All right, everybody. Hey, Jordan Schultz here and Angela Moore, and we are getting ready to go live right now. Let me just go ahead and check to make sure that this is playing on our page, and just tell everyone to refresh page. We're live now. All right. Bear with us just one more second. I know there's a little bit of a delay here, so I just want to see. But it does, in fact, pop up instead of saying, please stand by, starting soon. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to start talking here, and when that goes live here in a second, I'll just make sure to stop it. How about that? So, folks, you're here today because someone inside of our amazing community invited you here, or maybe you're already a part of our amazing community. And, okay, it is actually going live, so let me just hit pause. Perfect. And so you're here today because someone from our community invited you here, or you're part of the community, or you know, whatever the case may be. We've got some exciting news for you here today. Probably even, you know, in my opinion, I think this is more exciting than when we first launched 7 weeks ago.
Yeah, it is.
and that was pretty freaking exciting. I'm not going to lie, folks. For those of you that are our guests here, and you don't know what we are, who we are, what we're all about, let us just fill you in. We're going to talk about why we started the Freedom Fighters Network, the kind of results people have been getting, and how that's all changed, like literally instantly, when we did this, when we announced this huge thing that happened on Tuesday. So about 5 days ago, we made this announcement, and people are just excited. And I got to tell you, I'm excited. I love looking in my dashboard as my affiliate dashboard and seeing the commissions rolling in for what we announced here. I just can't wait. I can't wait to see all of you out there making more money with no extra work. You know, that's one of the things me and Angela have always been looking like, how can we do things where we can help people make more money without having to do extra work, without them having to say, you know, pick up the phone and start dialing a ton of people and, you know, talking them into higher level commissions, or, you know, having to you know, go off and figure out different affiliate products to pull into their system and anything like that. We wanted to make everything really streamlined, and we always are thinking of ways to get you money faster and help you make more commissions. So, you know, that's some of the stuff we're going to talk about here today. But for those of you that are guests here, for those of you that haven't decided to get started with us yet, and for those of you that maybe haven't really heard of us yet, I mean, literally only about a little over 2 million people have heard of us so far, or have seen our page. So, you know, we're doing pretty good considering we got about 20,000 members out of 2 million. That's just absolutely phenomenal. But so what is it that the Freedom Fighters Network is all about? That's kind of what we're going to talk about first. Why did we start it? That's what we're going to touch on here. Then we're going to tell you what happened this week. That's just so exciting. And then we got some awesome people coming out here at the end. For those of you that are coming out here at the end, I believe we're going to shoot them all links on Facebook, right? Is that where? Or definitely, we got Skype closed down, so Angela will be shooting you the link to the Hangout for you to jump on here in just a little bit. You know, one thing that Angela and I always agreed not to do as well, folks, is waste your time. You know, we don't want to sit here and have a 3-4 hour long Hangout that's just going on in circles and circles. We could literally pull out 20, 40, 50 people. And this Hangout could take 4 hours. We're going to attempt to keep it under 90 minutes here because we do respect your time and ultimately respect our own time as well. And we know that on a Sunday afternoon, as much as you want to sit here and spend time with us and hear about how exciting it is to make more money with us and really get out there, and we want you to get out there and start working this thing. We want you to get out there and start moving with this thing. And we want you to take this Hangout and share it with people. If you're a member, right now, if you're already joined, put your referral ID on the end of that link up there. You know, it says /public hangout. Put / referred _by equals, and put your affiliate ID there. When you invite people here and they join, when they decide to get started with us, they're going to be joining you, right? And if you're someone who just decided to get started right now, guess what? You can do the exact same thing. When you invite people here to this Hangout, it's going to be here for quite a few days. We'll probably end up putting this on its own page because this news is just so freaking huge that I'm gonna be using this video for marketing for a long time now. So really, let's get into why we started the Freedom Fighters Network. I'm gonna touch on it for a moment. I'm gonna pass it over to Angela here in just a second. You know, we both have been involved in the industry of making money online for about, what, 6 years now, just under 6 years. I got involved because I was running my family's restaurants and very quickly realized that owning that kind of business, the business ultimately owned me, and I never had the free time that I wanted. I never was able to do the things that I wanted. I wasn't able to, you know, I lived less than a mile away from my dad, and I saw him once every 3 or 4 months. You know, I mean, that's pretty bad. I spent most holidays working in the restaurant. I mean, even 4th of July one year, I spent working in the restaurant. Crazy, right? That's Independence Day. That's the day all about freedom, right? And here I am working in a freaking restaurant. And, you know, after years of working in the restaurant, I just remember things kind of adding up for me. So finally, at one point, I said, you know what? This is not the life of freedom that I want. I can't go to concerts. I can't go camping. I miss friends' weddings. I miss birthday parties. Like, I miss every family function that there is, with the exception of like maybe 1 or 2 a year, right? I basically have no life. And I didn't foresee it getting better after being in that industry for 6, 7 years. I really didn't see it moving forward in a different direction had I really taken on. My parents retired and I took over the restaurant. So I started my business. I struggled. You know, I struggled for a little bit. I'd say about 6 months. I didn't make a single penny. I invested $18,000+. Didn't make a single penny. And then I found a system. You know, then I remember contacting someone and saying, hey, what are you doing? Like, you are getting massive results. What the heck are you doing? I am struggling like crazy. What are you doing? Well, hey, we got this proven system over here and it works and people are getting results with it. Just plug in with it, follow it, and you know, and just do what we say and you'll get results. And so I said, okay. So I plug in with this system and I start getting results. Why? Because I plugged in with it, I followed their proven formula, and I got the results, right? I didn't go out there and I didn't all of a sudden instantly make $100,000 a month, but I got results. I saw results literally within a couple of days. Now, moving on through the next 5 years, I'm going to crunch this down really, really tightly here. I was able to get results with that system, and I helped a few people get results with that system, and I helped a few people earn money in different businesses over the years, and I made money in every single business that I had ever touched. Everything that I wanted to sell, I became a top promoter in. I've won vacations and cruises and all sorts of prizes, and literally been spoken on stage and done everything you can imagine in this industry. I've been at the top of every single company I've ever been involved in, pretty much like instantly, like practically right away. If I get involved in something, I decide to go big for it. Well, here was the big problem that Angela and I noticed. I mean, Angela's the same way. She's been a top recruiter for years now, and been absolutely, you know, like made a ton of money in this industry. Here's the single problem we noticed, though. Looking at the almost what I think together we sponsored, brought in somewhere around 1,000 team members in our different businesses over the years, and looking at that, I mean, we literally had about a handful of people who ever made any kind of serious income that would have allowed them to either quit their job or come close to quitting their job, right? I mean, what is that, right? You know, so after realizing this, I'm like, you know what? We bring people into this industry. We say, okay, plug in with this system or plug in with whatever. But then you have to learn all these crazy complex marketing strategies, and then you have to understand marketing and know how to email and know how to shoot videos and know how to do SEO and know how to, you know, all this different stuff that you have to learn immediately before you can ever get a result. And people give up before they ever get that initial result. Well, we wanted a way where people could come in, plug in, get a result before they understood anything, and then start learning all the different strategies, right? It kind of flipped it and reversed it, right? It allowed people to come in and get a result instantly, and then start learning all these different things. That was our vision. That was our goal. You know, we didn't really have the plan of bringing it together as the community of freedom fighters. Back when we first started coming up with the idea, we were actually just like, hey, let's build funnels for our team. She had her team, I had my team. We were masterminding. We're like, let's build a funnel, and we'll both go use them separately. And after months of not getting it right, we finally, you know, took a step back. We said, okay, what is it that other people are doing that they're actually getting results with? Because clearly what we're trying to do here is not getting results. So what is it that's working right now? You know, we went back to our traffic resources and said, okay, guys, what's working? And we said, this is what we want to do. Like, we have this vision here. They're like, well, yeah, that's a good vision, but you're missing a few key elements. So what we did is we took a few key elements from a few different things, and we implemented them along with what we had already put together. And when we launched that thing to the public, literally, I can't even say public, okay? Let me just take a step back here. Do you want to touch on this part?
Yeah.
I'm just going to pass it over to Angela, because this part's, I mean, it's exciting for me, but I can tell she's getting really excited about it too.
Well, if you look back in history, at every single product launch, every single MLM business, every single affiliate company that's ever launched and become any kind of big thing, they all have one thing in common. And that is that they take a small group of leaders And the leaders that they come to are typically, good friends of theirs. We have a lot of friends in this industry that are top leaders that earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. But what typically happens, right, is somebody creates a system or an MLM company, and they go to their friends, they go to their leaders, and they say, all right, guys, mail your email marketing list. Let's show all of our different people this affiliate product or this MLM opportunity, and let's just take this thing to the moon. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But we wanted to do things a little bit differently. We wanted to do things in a way where we were able to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that this would work for anybody. Because when some companies launch like that, what that actually proves is that if you're a leader, you can make a bunch of money, right? If you're a leader, you can make a bunch of money with
nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like as a leader with a big list, Jordan and I can go and literally promote anything and make a ton of money doing it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't prove at all that the little person, as in the brand new person that's never made a penny online before.
We're not just talking about midgets here, folks.
Yeah. It can be tall but little. But it doesn't prove that the brand new person can make money. So what did we want to do in order to actually prove that the brand new marketer can make money for the first time? What we needed to do is actually launch this blindly to people that had never heard of us, had no reason to know us, like us, or trust us. And so what we did was we actually went to our cold traffic resources. And if you're brand new, you might not understand the difference between cold traffic and warm traffic. Facebook is like warm traffic, right? You get a Facebook profile, you can see a person's face, you can kind of, get a feel for that person. Cold traffic is like a media buy. It's like one of those banner ads that you click on the side of a website or whatever. That's cold traffic. So we went to our cold traffic resource and we said, all right, all of these people have no reason to know us, like us, or trust us. Let's throw this funnel out there and let's see how it does. And what happened is we brought in 188 people inside of 60 hours of doing that launch from people who had never heard of us before. And then we were able to say, okay, if we were able to do that, then if we were to give the brand new person this exact same funnel with this exact same traffic, that brand new person can go and do the exact same thing that we just did. And since that time, this is literally going back about 7 weeks ago now, since that time, we've literally brought in almost 20,000 people from all different walks of life, 20,000 people, many of which had never made a single penny online before, and many of which now have earned enough to literally quit their jobs. The success stories piling in are absolutely, I mean, it's, for years, I've been trying to help people earn money on the internet, and Jordan's been trying to help people earn money on the internet, and it's very, very frustrating when you see people come in that have the drive and they have the ambition, but they just don't have the time. I mean, most people don't have, 5 to 6 or 7 hours per day in order to, come home from work and then learn all these different complicated marketing strategies, learn how to do a headline, learn how to place an ad, learn, which system to really promote for the first time. I was promoting the wrong stuff for the longest time, and it wasn't paying me enough money. I was a top recruiter, literally going back about like 3.5, 4 years ago. But the program that I was in, it paid such small commissions that even though I was making like 5 sales a day, I wasn't even making like anywhere close to what I was making as an insurance broker. Therefore, it took me, literally like almost 5 years in order to finally quit my job, in order for me to actually finally figure things out. And here's what we've come to find out, if we can help you earn $100 in your first 7 days online, if we can help you earn money, and we actually hold true to our promise in the sales video, because every sales video says the same thing, we're going to help you make money, and then you get in, and then it's like all this stuff, and you don't make money, and you're like, these people are just crazy, right? But if we actually hold true to our promise, and we actually guarantee that you'll make money if you follow our proven formula in your first 30 days, but many people are earning their first commission in their first 7 days. People that
first couple hours,
yeah. Juan Pablo Gomez Jr. earned his first commission, I think he said within 5 hours of getting started, and he had never done anything on the internet before. In fact, I was talking to him the other day on Facebook chat, and I was like, dude, are you serious? Because right now he's brought in, I think
93 or 94.
Yeah, I think he's close to 100, which is really cool. We have a special leaders group for everybody that's brought in over 100 people, and we've got like 20-something people in that group already, which is crazy because we're only a 7-week-old company. But anyway, I was messaging him on Facebook, and I was like, dude, are you serious? Like, you've never done anything like this before. You've never been in any affiliate programs. You've never been in network marketing. You've never been in anything, because you're literally the exact model of a person that we are trying to help. If you've never done this before and you're already a leader over here, and he's like, I sold phones for T-Mobile back when I was 18, but other than that, I've never sold anything before. See, it's not about sales, guys. You know, a lot of people hop online and they think, oh, I have to be good at sales in order to do this. No, Jordan and I do all the selling for you inside of our sales funnels and things. The only thing that you need to actually do is send traffic. We give you our very own traffic resources. There's people that literally have no time to build their business at all, but they literally plug in, they pay a little bit of money, and we send traffic for them. Actually, we don't, our resources do. We send the same traffic that we actually use, right? Then we have free strategies. We have literally 5 steps inside of our back office. There's 2 steps there that show you how to send traffic. One of them is the push button traffic. It's the same one that we use. The other one is Facebook traffic. It's free. By the time you're done with our 5 steps, it'll literally take you under an hour to complete. And once you're done with those steps, you will have traffic going to your web pages, visitors going there, and when they decide to get started, you earn commissions. You earn commissions, and it's really, really exciting. I'm kind of rambling now because I was almost about to say the amount of commission that you earn, but we actually we changed quite a few things up, or at least one major thing up, over the course of the past 4 days since Tuesday, or 5 days. Today is today. I'm getting a little confused here. On Tuesday, we made a big change to our company that's put a lot more money in a lot more people's pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to you, then you can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get into that in just a moment. You know, touching back on really why we've done what we've done here and why so many people are getting results here, and why people, like, why it's different than a whole lot of other things is because, you know, like Angela said, she was actually bringing people into a system years ago, and they paid out monthly residual commissions. Well, the issue with that was her people that would come in, they would stick around for such a short period of time. Why? Because they never saw results. My people would stick around for you know, a little bit longer, but not much, because a lot of them didn't see results. And when people don't see results quickly, and I mean, you know, a lot of people want to see results within their first day. Well, I mean, obviously, you know, that's awesome and it's doable.
Some people here are doing it.
A lot of people here are doing it. But ultimately, if you're brand new, I mean, you got to definitely say, hey, I'm willing to do this. I remember when I first got started, it was actually 17, 18, 19, 20 days or so before I actually got started. I got started on January 16th of 2009, and I remember it was around Christmas time of 2008. I was sitting on my dad's couch, and I was talking to one of my family members who's going to remain nameless, and I remember telling them about this amazing thing that I was getting involved in, where I was going to start making $100,000 a month within 10 months, because that's what the pitch was. You make $100 a month. I started making $100K a month in 10 months with this thing. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm going to be doing that. Started asking, you know, what is it you're selling? I said, I have no clue what I'm selling. I think it's like a Tony Robbins type thing or something. I honestly don't even know. You know, so how do you know you're going to be making all this money? Well, these people are making money, and they're going to teach me what they're doing. Right? I just have faith. Like, I just had trust. I was like, if they're doing it, if they're showing me that they've done it, then I believe I can do it too. In fact, I know I can do it too. It's just a matter of, like, I thought it would be done in a few months' time, right? Well, here was the difference between me and literally most people out there. And if you're like most people right now with this same thought, you can switch it instantly, and then you can become like a successful leader instantly by switching this one single thought. I remember they looked at me in the eye and they said, well, how long are you going to try this thing out before you give up and just go back to having a job? I said, well, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like, and I, you know, I literally looked her dead in the eye and I was like, I'm doing this thing. That's it. Like, there's no quitting. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to make money for the rest of my life, period, right? Folks, when you have that determination from the get-go, and I see it in a lot of people that are coming in here that have that determination from the get-go, then I see people coming in and saying, hey, is this going to work for me? I don't know, right? And those are the people that really kind of dip their toe in. If you just get in and follow our 5 steps and do it with faith and determination, I guarantee you, if you follow those steps and follow our formula, that you can and will see results, as long as you have that mindset, right? As long as you have that. So with that being said, folks, we started this thing for the brand new person, and here's what it's done. So many brand new people, so many struggling marketers are getting results in here that it's actually attracting the leaders, right? Because the leaders are looking and they're saying, my team members will actually finally have a place where they can succeed. I'm not talking about just a few people who go through a 6 to 12 to 18-month learning curve and master, you know, persuasion and hypnosis and marketing skill sets and all these different strategies. and then they become a leader, you know, like I'm not talking about just the few people that really go on and do that can get results. I'm talking about the masses can get results. Now, yes, going and learning all that stuff is essential. And, you know, to answer a question that just came in here, what is it that we're selling here, folks? Well, first and foremost, we are an online marketing education system, right? It's a membership site that has ongoing training that's being put in there as we speak. In fact, you'll notice the training area is starting to fill up as we speak. That being said, we also provide you with the tools and resources needed to market and build your presence online. We have the websites that are built for you. We have the email follow-up that's already done for you. You can plug in with the autoresponder that we have, which is the email follow-up system, and you can use that. And if not, we actually mail on your behalf. You'll notice a lot of your leads got mailed today and yesterday and the day before about this hangout on your behalf from our mailing. Either way, we do that for you. We have the system set up. We have the traffic resources in place so you can plug in with our proven traffic resources that we use. We literally have the entire thing set up for you. And we wanted to do it a little bit differently than the way most things are done. You see, what typically happens is this. You get into something, you're like, oh my God, it's, you know, whatever. It's free to get in, or it's $1 to get in, or whatever. Well, then all of a sudden it's, oh my God, now I got to spend another $100, or another $97, or another $500, or another $3,000 on marketing training just to learn how to market before I can actually start marketing this thing that was supposed to teach me how, that I was supposed to be able to plug in with and just start marketing right away. Now I have to learn all this other stuff that I have to pay for all these different marketing strategies. We have spent tons of money on marketing strategy training over the years, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should invest in your education, folks. But again, Angela and I like doing things just a little bit differently. And so what we've decided to do is with that $47 monthly membership, for the Freedom Fighters Network, we're going to constantly be updating and giving you the most up-to-date marketing strategies that our people are using to get results today. We're not going to sell you some training that has strategies from 2.5 years ago. We're not going to sell you some training. We're not going to charge you thousands of dollars for a training so that you can plug in and learn outdated stuff. We want you to get the most up-to-date stuff. We have people coming on to talk about mindset and becoming, getting the mindset of a leader, becoming an entrepreneur, all that different stuff, right? Like all of that is included. And we've done something that I believe is just so cool, and I'm actually going to talk about this. We typically wait for people to get in before they hear about this, but this is just so cool. We have stuff, and I'm not going to tell you all the details of it, but Angela and I have an entire mission of creating leaders, right? It's not just about creating a group of followers, because a group of followers, really, they'll just follow you around wherever you go and kind of do whatever you tell them to do. And while that's okay, like that you can help people make some money doing that, when you create leaders, they can go out there and create leaders. They can go out there and create a group of leaders because now they understand leadership, right? They understand what it takes to lead a team, to help other people succeed, to put other people first, right? They understand all that stuff, and when we can teach that to people that are actually ready to learn that kind of stuff, then we can impact a whole lot more people's lives rather than just creating a huge group of followers that are going to follow you around and do whatever you say and never really understand why things are happening. And I remember seeing a company years ago where people were making a ton of money. Well, as soon as that company went away, all those people stopped making money because they had no clue why they were making money, right? They didn't understand it, right? Yeah. Well, we don't want to do that. And so we have something that we've implemented that when you produce a certain amount of results, and we're not going to talk about it here, you'll learn when you get on the inside. When you produce a certain amount of results, typically this kind of training would be something that people would pay $3,000 to $5,000 for, or more, or coming to live events and learning this stuff from leaders on a one-on-one basis, reading tons of books, going through it for years and building teams of your own and learning all this stuff. We have leadership concepts and team building concepts and stuff that we're going to teach you once you actually produce a little bit of results. And we actually just give that to you for free, right? How cool is that? Right? We're not going to make you pay for it because really here's the thing, folks. If you come in and we say, hey, go pay for this top-level training that's going to teach you how to build a team and lead a team and do all this stuff, what good is that
if you've never built a team?
if you've not brought in one person, right? Yeah. Like, what good is that? You got someone who understands leadership and how to lead a team, but they don't have a team to lead, right? So we want you to go out there and do it in the right order. Produce the result first, get the team members on your team, and then we teach you how to lead them, right? Simple as that.
We also teach you more advanced marketing stuff too. We touched a little bit earlier, I touched a little bit earlier, I should say, on, if we can help you make $100 your first week online, or if we can help you make, $25 or $50 your first week online, what are the chances that you will trust us enough to stick around long enough to earn that 5-figure monthly income that it does take more advanced marketing skills to actually earn? There's people out there that will blow smoke up your ass and tell you, it's so easy, just, follow these steps and you'll be at $50,000 a month in like 3 days. And it's BS. It's complete BS. It does take advanced marketing skills, but it's not difficult as long as it's actually given to you in the right order. You know, like just what Jordan was just talking about. You know, most systems, most programs out there have all of this training, and you think, oh, if I want to be successful, I should just buy everything. And so you buy everything, and then what happens is you become frozen, because what happens is you are given way too much information in the very beginning. Too much information, now you're on information overload. You can't actually go out and even produce a small result because you've got 10 courses sitting in front of you that are all 4.5 hours long a piece, and you feel like you need to actually go through all of that before you start. We have you learning, or earning as you learn, right? That's our motto. That's what we want for you guys to be able to do. And I'm going to go ahead and actually say this now as well. A lot of you guys that are here have not actually decided to get started with us yet. You can do that anytime throughout this Hangout by just clicking on the button down below. It's a big green button that says Get Started Now. You'll be able to get started for free as long as you take action within the first hour of clicking on that button. Now, this is something else that we did a little bit differently, and I'll touch on this here for just a second before I pass it back over to George. Out there will say, oh, you have to get started now, or the sky is going to fall and elephants are going to turn purple. And then what happens is you don't get started right then, and then you're offered the same thing the next day. They essentially lied to you, right? You're like, the sky has not fallen, and I do not see purple elephants. And they told me this was going to, if I didn't get started. Well, we're a little bit different. When we actually tell you, if you don't decide to get started right now, you will not be able to get started for free. We're not lying to you. We're actually telling you the truth. The reason why we have the timer in place, guys, is because we want to work with people who are willing to take action, willing to take fast action, because the faster you're able to just make a decision and take action, we know that the faster that you're going to be able to actually get results inside of our system. It really is just about taking action. So many different things out there. You have to learn all these different other things before you can start making money. With us, it's literally, you click the button, you get started, it's free for your first 7 days. After that, it's $47 a month. And when you get inside, there's 5 steps. There's 5 steps. They're all video, through exactly what to do. And by the time you're done with the 5 steps, you got visitors on your website. And if you're anything like Juan Pablo Gomez Jr., within 5 hours, you can be earning your first commission online.
Absolutely. And touching on that one part right there, folks, yeah, we could go and say, hey, like Angela said, the sky's going to fall, or all this bad stuff is going to happen, or whatever. Don't decide to get started right now. But here's another reason why we did that as well. Because you're obviously here looking at this for a reason. You're here because you want something different in your life. You're here because you want to make more money. You want more time freedom. You want something that actually works for a change. You want something different than what you've been given in the past. Or maybe you're brand new to the industry and this is the first thing you're seeing, and you're like, hey, I just want to quit my freaking job because I hate having a boss, right? Or I would like to make an extra $500 a month to help pay the bills, and maybe you don't want to quit your job. That's entirely fine too. Whatever the case may be, you're here for a reason, and don't put change off. Make the change right now, because I promise you this, the next month is going to happen anyway. The next 30 days are going to pass. 30 days from now, you could be involved in this system today and have 30 days of experience under you and have people signed up and be making money. Or 30 days from now, you could be looking back and say, hey, should have gotten started then, I'm going to get started now, right? What's the decision? Do you want to get started now and be looking back 30 days from now excited about the results you've already gotten? Or do you want to be looking back 30 days from now and say, hey, why am I not getting results? Because I didn't decide to get started yet, right? That's the real thing here. It's not about losing some training that they say is worth $5,000 or whatever. I've given those bonuses away, and it works to get people off the fence, to get people to get started now. Like, we're going to give you all these awesome, insane bonuses if you get started right now. The real truth is the bonus is you getting to your dreams a whole lot sooner. The real bonus is you. I haven't had a job in 4 years. Every single day, quite honestly, with the exception of about the past 3 months, because me and Angela have been working day and night for the past 3 months. But my life for the past couple of years has been, I do what I want whenever I want. If I'm in Texas or Bali or Hawaii or back home with my family or somewhere on vacation, it doesn't matter where I am in the world, or if I'm at home, I wake up when I want. I start working when I want. I go to the park when I want. I go out to eat when I want. I do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. Angela does the same thing. We literally get to go do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it, wherever we want to do it, and we have freedom, right? So whatever that was our dream. was the freedom. Whatever yours is, whatever your vision is, start working towards that now. That is the real bonus, folks. That is the real thing that matters here, because it doesn't matter if you get some bonus training today that they'll probably honestly be giving you in 4 days too.
Yeah.
Like they'll be giving it to you again in 4 or 5 days too. What matters is you going and starting to live your dreams now. So with that being said, like we said, we're not going to hammer on this too long. We don't want to keep it too long. We want to get some of our people out here. We got some different leaders coming out talking about why they're excited. We got some brand new people coming out talking about why they're excited for this amazing update. So with that, if you, babe, want to start giving the link out to some of the people, and I might start to look a little weird because when I see the computer screen doing things and I'm like trying to talk, I might start looking a little confused and whatnot. Just bear with me, folks. I might start talking in circles, but it's okay for her to go over to Facebook and start passing that link out to the leaders. Let me just go ahead and tell you what it was that we announced and why this is so exciting for so many people. So essentially, here's the deal. Up until 4 days ago, when you got involved in our system, you paid $47 a month. The person who referred you to our membership site, they would receive $30 per month per member that they referred into the membership site. For as long as that person continued to pay the $47 a month, they would receive $30 a month for that, right? I mean, that's the way that it was, and it was exciting. People were insanely excited about this. We had one very big flaw with it. We said, okay, so let's say someone who's brand new comes in and they bring someone in who brings in like 500 people. Well, they're only seeing $30 a month off of that person. They're seeing nothing from all the stuff that they've helped that person to succeed with, all the people that they've helped that other person to be able to bring in, right? We wanted to create leaders, and so in doing so, we actually have to reward people when they become leaders, right? Like that was something that we were seriously lacking inside of our system, inside of our commission structure, inside of our payout plan. And so what we've decided to do here, oops, sorry, I don't know why I grabbed that. What we've decided to do here, folks, is switch it up just a little bit differently, but it changes things in such a big, big way that you're going to understand why this is so exciting, even if you're brand new, even if you don't understand anything about making money online or home businesses or any of that. If you don't understand anything, this is going to get you excited. What we changed up as of Tuesday night, as of about 5 days ago, is from here on out, or from there on out, I should say, when you bring someone in, you no longer make $30 a month for referring them to our membership. You now make $25 a month, right? You're like, well, wait a minute, that's a pay cut. Why is that so exciting? Well, because we take that other $5 and we give it to the person who brought you in, right? For all the people you bring in, we give it to them, right? Now, here's why that's exciting. You're like, well, that's still not that exciting for me because that goes to the person who brought me in. That's not really cool. My referring affiliate, that's not really cool. Here's what happens, folks, and let's just play this out on a small scale here. If I bring in Bob, right, and Bob goes and brings in 10 people, right, and they're all paying their $47 a month, instead of now just seeing the $30 a month from Bob, I am now seeing an additional $5 from every single person that Bob brings in. So those 10 people, I'm now seeing $50 a month off of the 10 people Bob brought in, and the 25 from what Bob is paying. I'm now seeing $75 a month instead of 30, right? And that happens for every single person you bring in. You now see a $5, it's called a $5 override commission on all of your second tier. So when you bring in someone, like some of the people that are going to come out here, they have team members who've already brought in 300, 400, 500 people, right? How exciting is that to think about when you have a team member who's now brought in 200, 300, 400 people, even just 100 people? If someone brings in 100 people on your team, you are now seeing $500 a month off of their production than you were just the $30 before. You're now seeing 500 plus the 25. How exciting is that? I am just getting so freaking pumped about this because I know some of you out there, you're going to go out there and you're going to start bringing in people and you're going to start helping them to succeed. Not that you really have to, because people can succeed just by plugging them with the system, but you're now going to make it a mission to say, hey, you brought in 10 people, let me help you now. Let me help you bring in another 50, right? Now I literally have the I want to say entitled, but that's not the right word. I'm now enticed, I think is a good word.
Yeah.
To help, motivated to help you. If you know how to start bringing in some people, I say, okay, how can I help you bring in a lot more? Because now I am receiving money off of every single person who brought in.
Right, it goes back to our original vision. our original vision of we want to create leaders, not followers. Well, leaders, you know, if you're a leader and you brought in a bunch of people and you notice somebody on your team that's bringing in a bunch of people, but say they're not a leader yet, say they just decide to get started and they plug in with our cold traffic resources and they sponsor 75 people, you know, 3 days in. They're not a leader yet, but all of a sudden, as a leader, you look at that person and you say, hey, whoa, you've just done something remarkable, even though you actually still have no idea what you're even doing. Let me help to mold you. Let me work with you. You know, like as a leader, and both of us, me and Jordan, throughout the years, have brought certain people up in our teams because we've noticed them as rising stars, no matter where they've been in my team. Some of them haven't even been personally sponsored by me, but I've helped to like pull them up over the years, because I've seen potential in them. That's what leaders will do. Leaders will do it even more, though, and they're actually rewarded for doing it. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Totally fine, totally fine.
This is really, really exciting, guys. I mean, in most things, there's no duplication. In most things, you get started and there's like no team duplication. In the last company that I was in, I think my team probably sponsored maybe like 30 people total.
And that was one person.
And that was one person. Yeah. I think actually she sponsored a few more than that. But I mean, I brought in, you know, upwards of 300 people into that company, right? So there's no duplication there. So if something like this were to exist in that particular company, it really wouldn't mean much. It wouldn't mean anything. Why we actually started doing it here is because we saw so much duplication happening just literally by itself without anybody working with anybody, you know, one-on-one or giving them any kind of special attention. It was just happening by virtue of our system working.
Right.
Literally, people were just getting started, they were following the steps, they were getting traffic, and then not knowing really anything at all about what they're doing, and then their people would get started, they'd follow the steps, and then they'd get more people, and then more people, and more. Like, I don't even know, actually, offhand, how many levels deep this actually goes right now, just 7 weeks in. It's a lot, though. It's a lot.
The cool thing about it, too, and we're going to get Brian out here in a second. I'm excited to have him on here. This is awesome. The reason why this is so exciting, folks, is because it's not just like leaders who are helping their team produce, and it's literally like a brand new person who has a brand new person who has a brand new person who has a brand new person, and it goes down like 4, 5, 6 levels. Brand new people are producing results and making money 6 levels down from a brand new person who brought the first brand new person in. Duplication is actually happening here, folks, and so this $5 override actually means something. It actually seriously means something. So with that, I want to go ahead and call out first and foremost Brian Michael. I mean, this guy. Oh, and Tom will come out second here. I mean,
Tom's not in his tube. What are you doing, dude? He's supposed to be tubing right now.
Can y'all hear me? Now I'm still getting ready.
Hop on the hang up from his phone in the tube.
Nice.
Can y'all hear me?
I want to call out Brian first, and then Tom, you can definitely come out second here, buddy. I know you got somewhere to be too, I believe. Or maybe I honestly don't know, but I'm not going to take too much of Brian's thunder. But the bottom line is, I know why Brian's excited. It's because he has people that are producing results underneath him, a lot of people that are producing a lot of results, and he himself is producing just absolutely amazing results. Inside of like just a few weeks' time, he brought it. I don't even know how many people. It's a couple hundred. And so with that, I want to pull up Brian Michael from, I almost said Sweden, but I don't think that's right. Holy cow.
It's Hungary, right?
Hungary. There we go.
Yeah. Awesome. Come on out, buddy.
All right. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me.
Sorry, I had my headset plugged in from earlier. Say again.
That's okay. Can you guys actually hear me?
Yeah, can hear you perfect.
Awesome. So I'm from Budapest. I absolutely love Freedom Fighters Network. The idea behind it is just absolute awesome. And let me tell you why, guys. I've been doing this business now since about 11, 12 years. And I've done probably 70 to 80 different opportunities. Now here's the thing, guys. The long-term money, as I like to call it, is where people house their lists. And Freedom Fighters Network has designed something that is literally so easy to do. Click here, step by step, activate your autoresponder. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm still getting paid from companies such as Aweber, GetResponse, GVO, and they're all hosting autoresponders. And that's why I call it long-term money. Now, first of all, the duplication in this business is like anything I've seen in 11 years, guys. Don't take my word for it. Visit the Facebook group. Step number one, the social proof inside the Facebook group is there. You know, it's just amazing, guys. There's not like in any other companies where you join and you get upsell after upsell and buy this and buy that. They're actually trying to help you guys. You know, the training is just amazing. 2 weeks ago, we had Diane Hoffman on the call. Then a few days ago, we had Aaron Rushkin on the call. And these people are top international known marketers, you know? So they're providing real value for the money. The tracking system is literally, I mean, I've done so many solo ads in my last 4 years, honest guys. I was kind of blind. Where do I get my results from? But using the tracking system inside FSN just allows me to scale my business like no other business in 11 years, guys. And the duplication is just there. I've got people in my business from India, students, people who never even build a list. And you know what? They're duplicating. They sponsor 20, 25 people. So many people just using step number 5 and seeing results. And that's unheard of in our industry. I mean, 19,000 people in 7 weeks. That's just unbelievable, guys. So I'm absolutely a big fan of Freedom Fighters Network. Our entire team is duplicating. We are seeing results like we haven't seen in 11 years. And it's just freaking awesome, guys.
Yeah, it's funny. You say your team's duplicating. It just occurred to me. I'm looking at the panel here. We've got a whole genealogy actually happening. We've got your sponsor here, who's sitting 2 to the right of you, and then we've got one of the top producers on your team, who's sitting right next to you. And we actually have, I think, like 3 or 4 of your top people that are coming out. They're just getting unbelievable results. Unbelievable results with the system. So we're super excited to have you here, Brian. Like you're awesome. You're just cranking it.
Thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and bring out the second guest of the day, Tom the Furry Hat Guy. Tom, are you there?
I am. Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Awesome, awesome. Well, listen, thanks for inviting me out. I'm just getting ready to go on doing some inner tubes. I know y'all did your inner tube thing yesterday, and I know you probably had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw some pictures too. Y'all were
tan line right here for my hat.
I did. Y'all were making out too. You caught that picture too. That was pretty cool. But anyways, I'm excited about the Freedom Fighters Network. One, because I mean, first of all, when you first came out with this system, you had it geared up for another system initially, and then it kind of like just stumbled onto you, and that was the coolest thing, because you know they always say, like, you know, when you're not looking for something is when things actually happen for you. And you were just kind of like just coming out there saying, hey, you know, we have this system, and we had 188 new signups in it, and we're just going to show you how we did it. And then all of a sudden you had all these people coming on this webinar like, how'd you guys do it? How'd you guys do it? And then like all these people were just kind of magnetized to you. And then that other company, you know, that we were going to promote, and you know, hey, you know, they're going to be missing out now, because they are missing out on a great system that could have literally changed the whole thing of the whole outlook of how they do business online. And they decided, hey, you know, we don't want to go with your system. And we're like, well, you guys are missing out, because what you're about to do is you're going to help people make almost 100 grand in like a day in the next coming weeks, or 50 grand the next day. And what initially attracted me to the system initially was the fact that, you know, I've been in this industry for a very long time. I've been in this industry where I've had my first 9 years online, I had no success. I had 0 success. I couldn't sign anybody up. And finally, when I stumbled onto, and then I finally learned how to become a leader, and you know, plug in for hours and sit there 12 to 15 hours a day. I mean, come on, guys, who here has not plugged in for 12 to 15 hours a day? Come on, Paolo, you know, Brian, Ken, you guys probably sat there 12 to 15 hours a day trying to figure this out. Oh my God, how do I do this? How do I do a fucking video? What is this solo ad thing? When I sent out a solo ad and I got nobody signing up with me, I just got like 200 like people who opted into my thing, but I didn't get any signups. And then you start to get signups, and then you're wondering why people out there are not getting signups, and you're like, well, what am I doing wrong that's not causing them to get any signups? Well, the cool thing about the Freedom Fighters Network is that you guys actually analyze everything in the system where you came up with okay, if we have a timed offer that is counting down to the final part when they have to make a decision. It's that fire under the butt system that is making people move forward, and you need that fire under the butt system. If they don't have a fire under their ass, well, why are they going to move? They have to move in order for anybody to make money. So if everybody is using the same system and everybody has fire under their butts, then more people are going to make more money. And then what you all did, which was brilliant, you have the 7-day offer, and then you have the $150 money back guarantee and all this stuff, whatever. And then plus you throw in the, hey, listen, you're only going to get the $150 guarantee if you did this, right? So it shows people like, look, we have a good system, but if you don't follow through with this stuff, then hey, you know what? The system's not going to. It's not going to. Hold on a second. Okay, good. We're not just going to pay you for doing nothing. You don't just sign up and then sit there and do nothing and I'm going to get my $150 or something like that. No, you actually have to do something in order to get results as well. So what I liked about it is that this system with the Freedom Fighters Network was initially made for the little guy who didn't have to struggle for 9 years, or a little guy who didn't have to sit there for 12 to 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, trying to figure it out. Stumbling, where now it's so easy. You just follow 5 steps in a back office. You just go and get an autoresponder system that actually works, and then after that, you just buy traffic, and then you feed it to the system that's already generating all of this activity and all of these fire in the butt conversion rate activities that are going to put fire into everybody's butt. And then finally, the little guy can win. So truly, I'm really excited about the Freedom Fighters Network, and also with the comp plan changing, and also with the comp plan being able to earn on 2 tiers. I'm just excited what's about to happen with the back end that you all are about to release. And I know that a lot of us out here are just chomping at the bit. I see Sotero out there. He's an awesome guy. I heard lots of great stories about you, buddy. And Paolo, I hope I'm saying your name right, bud. I know we met in person, but I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Ken, met him before. Ken's awesome. Jeffrey, that's my man right there, Mr. The Rock. I remember Jeffrey when we were in Miami. He'd walk into a bar or something, and people were like, "Oh my God, The Rock's here!" Dwayne is here. And then Brian, I met him at a Jonathan Butt event. So I mean, Angela, Jordan, we all met each other at like events and things like that. So when we have events in the future, definitely get in the presence of all of us so we can actually meet you and see who you are, because that's the biggest thing as well. So I'm just in gratitude. Thank you for introducing this system, and I'm just really grateful, and I'm really looking forward to, as everyone else is, the back end. So thanks for letting me share. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for popping out here, Tom. Appreciate you, and super excited for your results, man. It's exciting.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and bring out, I'm super excited to bring out this person. He's such a good friend of ours, mine and Jordan's, and just an incredible leader. He sponsored Brian Michael, who, like we've already talked about, and he's already talked about, is a person that's brought in people that have brought in hundreds of people. So he's got like this insanely ridiculous genealogy. He's an absolutely incredible leader. Let me go ahead and bring out Mr. Paulo Barroso.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me okay?
We can.
Good stuff. What an introduction. I don't think I'm a genius at all. I'm just a guy who plugs into systems and then just uses them to the T. So what you guys created here, really, it's the reason why I've had so much success in bringing people something so simple to use, and it brings to my team duplication. So it's not just Paulo Barroso making money. It's actually, I can't see everyone in my team because obviously I don't know that, but the vast majority of my team is making money. I know that because I get emails. I get emails from people who said, "Paulo, I've never made any money online. Paulo, thank you so much for introducing me to this system because I am now making money." And so I need to thank you guys for that, because obviously you've created Freedom Fighters, and I know it's a good vision, and I know it's down to you guys wanting to help everybody, okay? And I never join any deals, as you guys know. I'm pretty obviously solid with my main program, and I don't tend to join anything else because of that. But when I came across Freedom Fighters and your vision, although I trust you guys and I love you to death, because obviously you're very good friends of mine, I just knew that you had a vision to help others, to help, the little guy, whatever you want to call it. And I was just fed up in seeing people like not succeeding online because, for many, many years, as you guys know my story, I've been there. I was that guy. So when I came across you guys in Freedom Fighters, I just knew I can bring my team here, and I know there's going to be a lot of success, and gladly I did. I mean, Brian, you're one of my guys here, and Brian can speak for himself. He already brought in more than 400 people. This is just crazy. I've got people in my team bringing 150 there and 20 there. Someone who never made any sales online brought 20 people within a week and stuff like that. I mean, that warms my heart when I get emails from my own team saying, thanks so much for obviously making us aware of Freedom Fighters because, I never made a sale. And that's really the reason why I'm here, guys. I'm blessed, obviously, to have wonderful people working alongside with me, and now with this second-tier payment that you guys just geniusly came up with, I'm excited. My team's excited. The fact that you don't just earn from the people you bring in, but you earn from their people as well. I mean, that's just genius. That's going to be a game changer, guys. And I'm excited for what obviously the future's going to bring. And I'm here to support my team. I will be here for as long as you guys are here and want me here and want me to work alongside you. I will always be here to support my team. And I haven't seen something like this, something so simple that duplicates for a long time, guys. So I'm excited about what the future's going to bring.
Yeah, Paul, I'll be honest. I wish that we could take credit for the idea, but it was actually someone else who came to us and said, "Hey, there was a couple different people who announced it. I had mentioned things like you guys should pay on second tier, and quite honestly, we're like, I don't think we can legally do that unless we want to become an actual biz-off." And that was kind of why we steered away from doing that for a little while. And we found out that some of the people out there that were telling us stuff just to kind of lead us away from doing things because they didn't want to see us succeed. So they were like lying to us essentially. Some people that were they were like, we're trying to help you. It's like, no, you're lying to me. Based on what we found out. We talked to quite a few different people. Like, look at this company, look at this company, look at this company, look at that. Okay, we can actually do a second tier commission. And when this person said this is literally going to help every single person in your company, right? It's going to help everyone succeed on a much bigger scale. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine, Paulo, what's going to happen to your residual income. But folks, again, this is residual. This isn't $5 one time. This isn't a $5 one-off commission. This is a $5 residual commission from every single person that your entire team brings in. So if you go and bring in 10 or 20 or 50 people, I don't even know how many people are duplicating inside of our system. Paul, that's actually something we're going to have to look into. We're going to have to get that statistic on how many people that have gotten started here have gone on to achieve a result, that have gone on to actually bring a person in. I bet you it's way higher than like the 1 to 2% average that the industry has. I guarantee it. Right?
Oh,
that one
yeah.
I guarantee.
That one I guarantee.
I don't know what the specific number is, but it's freaking high. And every single person that you bring in, when they go out there and get a result, any result whatsoever, you will see benefit from that from here on forward. Every single person that you bring in, that just pumps me up because now again, folks, I know there are people out there. I know there are brand new people out there who brought a brand new person in, and that brand new person has gone on to bring in 50, 60, 100 people.
Yeah.
Well, what would an extra? How does that change it for you when just one person that you brought in now created a $500 a month residual income for you? It's just absolutely amazing.
Really, I mean, all that has to happen would be like you're brand new, like say you don't even have a marketing budget, right? Say you're like you don't have any money and you're like, I'm getting started for free. You go do our free Facebook strategy. You then pull in Bob. Bob has no time, but he has money. So Bob decides to plug in with our push button traffic. He puts some money into push button traffic. He sponsors 100 people. Now you're getting literally $5 for every single one of those 100 people.
Yep.
I mean, literally, like people that have no money are being able to get started now, and not only sponsor a few people with the free marketing strategy, but sponsor a few people that may potentially be huge fish that literally go out, plug in with our traffic resources, and go to sponsor hundreds of people, thousands of people.
Yep.
Because again, these are the same resources that we use, right? So Yeah, I'm excited.
I just saw a $5 commission pop through on my dashboard here. I was looking for someone's name, and I saw a $5 commission pop through, and that excites me, not because of the $5. Trust me, it's not the $5 that excites me, folks. It's what it means.
Yeah.
It means that someone on our team went out there and got a result, right? Every time from here on out that you see a $5 commission pop through, you can say, you know what, one of my team members is succeeding, and that's exciting. So with that, I want to pass it over to, let's see who else we got here. We got. Let's go with Jeff Ruiz. I mean, he was mentioned by Tom there. Let's jump with you, buddy. The movement.
Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear, man. How you doing?
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Let me just tell you, with this panel right here is beastly, guys. Thank you so much for bringing me out. And what I'm going to say, I mean, a lot of are saying this, but it's a fact. It's that I've never seen, and it's honest. I mean, I've been on 2 years. I know there's folks that's been on way longer than me, but I've never seen so much duplication. And what's so powerful about the system, it's that it's simple. It's a 5-step system that is very, very leveraged, that anyone can come in and get results. Every day I'm getting emails or more Facebook messages, because I do a lot of Facebook, that people are getting results. I can't believe a lot of times I don't even know, Jeff, what is this email? Did I get is this a sign up? And I'm like, you got a sign up, man. I say, yeah, you got the money dance on your email? They're like, oh, that's what it is? I'm like, that's what it is. And exciting times, because I've never seen that happen. A lot of times you have to walk them through or take them, hold on one sec. Or just, walk them through the entire process of exactly what to do. And all you have to do, tell them, is take the step 5, and all they have to do is purchase traffic. And that is what's so powerful here, and especially what is genius is that 2-tier. Now it's more excitement because now you're leveraging. You're bringing in people. It's exciting to build your people, because now you're seeing from your effort, but plus from their effort, that everything, it's a massive duplication. And what it brings more momentum to the entire team. When you bring more momentum, the bigger vision happens, the bigger movement happens. We're just going to explode. I mean, there's so much more things I know you guys are working on, the back end. I don't even want to know. Like, we're talking about 50 grand, 100 grand in a day or in a month. That's so realistic. It's realistic, and I know it's going to blow up insanely. And I'm just excited to be here, guys. I mean, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, because everyone's kind of like, we're all on the same page. And I mean, I'm just so humble and just so lucky to be a part of what's going on over here. Really am. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yep. That's awesome, Jeff. It is so cool that you just said something so profound, and I hope people understood this. That you have brand new people contacting you saying, did I just sign someone up? I don't even know, right? One of the things that we know when we were putting this together, we were putting it together for the brand new marketer and the struggling marketer. And by doing so, we've obviously attracted a lot of amazing leaders, as you can see right here. You're even going to hear from some brand new people today that are getting results. Like, I mean, literally, it's so cool. I was actually chatting with this one guy today who's brand new, getting so many amazing results that I literally told him, I said, you're going to make more money in your first 3 or 4 months with us than I have ever made in my first 5.5 years online. And you're brand new, and that is exciting. But the cool thing you said is people don't even understand why they're getting results or that they're getting results, and yet they're still getting results, right? We have to literally talk to our support staff and say, hey, you're not just going to get people calling in saying, hey, how do I go out there and make money, or hey, what do I do, or hey, how do I do this? You're going to get brand new people calling in and saying, hey, how am I getting these results, or what does this mean? Because they don't even understand that they're actually making money. They don't understand why they're making money. They don't understand why they're getting results. And that, my friend, is exciting. You just said it. So, oh my God.
It's really exciting. Really, really exciting.
All right, so
I think the next person, part of the whole Paulo genealogy here. We've got Paulo, then we've got Brian Michael, and Brian Michael brought in Mr. Ken Faminoff, who's brought in literally hundreds of people now into his team. I believe it's over 200 people he's sponsored into his team. Brian Michael is going to earn that $5 override for every one of those that he's brought in. And anyway, I'm stealing the thunder, but go ahead, come on out, Ken. How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
We can.
No. So I was going to say that Canada's in the house.
Nice. It's in the house.
Yeah. it's a little hot. It's 24, but I just, I want to have my Canada jacket on. Just because it's other countries all the time, and we never get our recognition, right? So.
We love Canada.
Anyways, I'm really, really excited to be here, and yeah, it's just to be in the company of all you guys, right? You guys, I mean, I haven't been online very long, since April 2012. I mean, I don't really consider myself a newbie, but I do this just as a hobby. That's kind of my doing this as a side, and people always, the pressure out there is, oh, you have to quit your job, and what are you going to do to replace the income? And the funny thing is I do this on the side. The biggest thing and the biggest challenge that I see out there, it's just mindset. It's just, there's 5 steps, and the simple thing is just plugging in the steps, ordering the traffic, and just letting it happen. And it's just like, it's duplication. My biggest thing is I was looking for a low ticket funnel, because I'm in another high ticket system, and I was looking for something where not everybody's going to buy into the high ticket stuff, and I didn't really have something that was low ticket, and I wanted to have a place where I could put those people that was easy and duplicatable. And in the last 6 months, I've been kind of just looking out there. And funny thing is like Brian, Michael, and I have been friends for what, 2 years. We met when I had this crazy list building tool at that time, and that's how we met. And he kept pinging me and telling me, Ken, you got to check out this crazy funnel. It's like he just goes, oh man, it's amazing, and just all the things. It's just, his mind just blows up every time I look at my Skype chat, and it's like 26 pages long. And okay, Brian, you got to settle down a little bit, right? So I go, okay, tell me more what this whole thing's all about. And so then he goes, look, let's do a screen share and let me show you. Like, it's just, this thing's converting like crazy. I've never seen anything like this in 12 years. And you hear these things all the time, and I get constant blast of people saying, oh, join my opportunity, or you got to check this out. But Brian, I do respect, right? And we both respect each other. And so I thought, okay. So he did a screen share. He showed me everything, what was going on. I go, okay, this makes sense. And so I thought, okay, I got nothing to lose. So I just threw some little bit of traffic just to see what it does, and just see, is Brian blowing smoke, right? Because, I mean, sometimes that happens. And so I threw some traffic at it, and I was amazed, right? It was convert. I go, okay, Brian, now I'm a believer. So now talk to me more about this thing. And so then he shared with me what it did, and about Paulo, and about my biggest thing is that my primary right now is that I've spoken on stage. I'm in the elite earners of that company, but I was looking for something different, something that's really gonna take me to the next level. And so Brian said, look, this is it. So then I just started sending some more traffic, and then next thing I was going from 5 signups to 20 signups to 50 signups to 100 signups, and literally it was just traffic. It wasn't really doing anything different. And so many people, when they look in the community, it's just, they complicate things, right? It's really simple. It's 5 steps. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're done. Hit the button. Push button traffic. Like, I mean, it's not rocket science, right? So many people think it's like so complicated. They go, and not all the time are you going to order like 200 clicks and you're going to magically get a sign up. You might have to go order 500 clicks to get a sign up. But what happens once they start happening? They just start snowballing, and literally it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Implement, implement, implement. That's really all it comes down to. It's just having that mindset. Run some traffic, see what it does. Then put your game plan and your action plan together. Is analyze, okay, how many clicks does it take to get a paid sign up, right? Or get a free trial? How many paid signups does it take to get the trial on the autoresponder, right? And then just go out and think, okay, 100 clicks equals 1 sign up. Well, go order 200 clicks, right? Go order 300 clicks. Because the biggest thing right now is the more traffic you send and the more signups you get, when this thing really blows up, that's when you're going to be set. Yeah, it's really good to do free traffic and stuff, and it's a lot of stuff, but for me, I'd rather have something simplified like Angela and Jordan talked to, where you just push a button and bye-bye. Like, I literally just push the button and I'm gone, and all of a sudden my phone's blowing up with all these money dances. I'm not going, people think, oh, I gotta go get a capture page system, I gotta go do this, I gotta do that. Oh, should I get this autoresponder? And I tell people, you're complicating things. The autoresponder already has the follow-up. The autoresponder tells people that to go to the Facebook group. It reminds people, if you haven't signed up, to sign up. It moves people from the people that are just leads that have opted in. Follow-up emails go to this thing. Like, it's just, come on, you guys. This thing is not complicated. Just don't complicate things. Sorry, I just get so excited and I'm so passionate about this because I believe in the vision. I believe where this thing is going, and I get excited being on the leaderboard. And like, what was it, last week, all of a sudden I see my name on the leaderboard. So guess what? That just drives me harder. And you should set yourself a goal. One of my goals was, with Freedom Fighters, I wanted to be on the leaderboard, right? I wanted to show that a guy that's only been doing this for 2 years in a hobby can be in the same, what's the word I want? The same, not community, the same level as all these other guys. Like, I just know, and I've learned, and I've studied. That's where I met Tom, is at events, and I just study these people and learn the traffic and just go out and get it done. So if I give any takeaways to anybody, don't complicate things. Just go in and implement.
You got excited there.
All right, so I don't know what happened.
Crazy. All right, well. So one thing, folks, is we've got some other people that are trying to jump on and they're not able to. So we're going to have to remove some of you who've already talked so that we can get some.
Remove you.
So that we can get some other people on, just so you know. So if you have talked already, if a couple of you could hop off, and then we'll get some new people on. We got a couple other people that are going to jump on here.
Eli Gonzalez is going to hop on, and Juan Pablo, the guy that I was talking about earlier on in this call, we're going to have him pop on, as well as a few others. I believe Jamie Morales is going to be hopping on as well. So.
All right, guys.
I want to talk to you soon, buddy. I want to touch on something that Ken talked about here. Is sometimes people will buy traffic and they'll say, I didn't get the results that everyone else is getting, or I didn't get enough results, or holy cow, I'm actually getting results for. She's sending stuff. It's confusing my brain. That's okay.
I'm telling people.
She's got to do it anyway. I'm just gonna have to deal with a confused brain for a moment. I'll do that. Don't worry. So the goal that Angela and I had here, well, folks, you plug in here, you get your autoresponder set up, you email it, you generate leads, and then you email those leads. Now, I want to just touch on this a little bit deeper for those of you that are brand new that don't understand marketing yet. Essentially, here's how it works. We get traffic, which is a website visitor, which is someone saying, hey, a specific website visitor, someone who is interested in buying your product or service, the ideal person that would actually pull out their credit card, click the button below, and actually put their credit card details in and spend money right now. Those are the kind of people that we want to get to your website. But it's not just enough to send them to a website and say, hey, if they buy, they buy. If not, no big deal. Let's send them on their way. What we want to do is get people to our website and then capture their information, their email address, so that we can then say, hey, go watch this sales video, and if you decide to buy right now, cool. We'll go on and you'll get logged into the system, you'll get your product and services. And if not, if they don't decide to buy right away, we have emails that follow up with them on an automatic basis that get them to decide to buy later, right? Well, our entire goal, mine and Angela's entire goal was this. Not how many signups can we get with, the email follow-up. Not how many signups can someone get by building a huge list of leads and then emailing those leads daily, and how many signups can they get over 3 to 6 months. What we've always been told with solo ad traffic, with cold traffic sources, is that you will not see the payout of the results that you're going to get from that traffic for 3 to 6 months. You have to email that list daily. You have to build a relationship with them. You have to follow up with them. Yes, that will improve your results. But the reason, hold on a second, baby. I know you're getting excited. The reason why people have always said that before is this. It's because they didn't have a funnel that converted on the front end. They didn't have something wherein people would look at it and make a decision right away to get started and get started now. They didn't have that in place, and so they had to say to you, hey, you need to build a relationship with these people over 3 to 6 months and then get them to join your team later on or buy stuff from you. Yes, you'll get some right away. Yes, you'll get some in the first few days and weeks and whatnot. And I'm not saying, folks, I'm not saying don't do that stuff. I'm not saying that you shouldn't build a list and follow up with those leads. You should. It will help you get more results. When you follow our formula, you'll learn something called results marketing, where you turn around and you say, oh my God, I got these phenomenal results. Here's why you should get started. You'll get more results, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't do that stuff. You should. But our entire goal was to literally have something in place where the traffic came and hit, the visitors hit the website, and they either said, I want to buy or I don't want to buy, right? Yes, we still have the follow-up process that happens on an automated basis, but we wanted to know, do we have good numbers here on the front end of people saying, yes, I'm going to get started right now? That's what we were looking for. Those 188 signups that we saw in 60 hours or so, that all came literally instantly. That all came from people that saw it and said, yes, I'm going to get started, right? That's where we're seeing phenomenal results, which typically doesn't happen. And that, my friends, is why the brand new person typically cannot succeed no matter what you put them into, because typically it takes them emailing their list, building that list, following up with their leads on a daily basis, getting to know, like, and trust that person, and then getting signups and then getting sales over time. That is typically what happens, and that's why the brand new person really, no matter what they get plugged into, struggles to succeed anytime soon, because they can't get front-end results. We have a way to get front-end results and then follow up with your people and get more results. That's really the whole vision.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your list should be used to increase your level of profitability, not to put you into profit. It's a huge fallacy that's out there. In the last thing that I was in, you know, they had like systems in place and things like that, but I ended up building all of my own stuff. I ended up building my entire front end, and the reason why I built my entire front end is because I am ambitiously lazy. I don't like emailing my list. I was getting anywhere between 100 and 150 leads per day. And, you know, I'd come over to Jordan's at the time, and he'd get on and he'd be like, Angela, what are you doing? You're not emailing your list. Like, it's crazy. You're leaving all this money on the table. What are you thinking? And I was getting, you know, a few sales every single day, like 3 to 4 sales.
And I was getting a few sales every single month.
I was getting like 3 to 4 sales a day, and I was never mailing my list. Now, again, like what Jordan said, you know what, that is probably pretty silly. You know, I was making a comfortable income at the time, and I honestly just didn't want to take the extra hour to 2 hours per day that it would take to mail my list and follow up with people and stuff like that. I was always focused on front-end conversions, and anything that I've ever been in, it has been my sole aim to get front-end conversions. And so when Jordan and I came together to build the Freedom Fighters Network, it was like, let's build a system that gets the front-end conversions. It's always been, you know, my personal funnels that get front-end conversions, and then it's not duplicatable for like my team, because the whole thing is like, you know, branded in a certain way and stuff like that. So when we came together and did this, it was like, let's do this to where it's not like that. Let's do this to where anybody can use our same videos and go out and get our same results with our same traffic. And if they can have all of that together, there's absolutely zero reason why anybody and everybody cannot succeed with this. That's the bottom line. So, sorry.
I was going to say, with that, let's pass it back to Ken for just a brief moment. Ken, if you had any last thing to say before you like jumped off there for a moment, before we bring out Sotero and then a few of the other people, go for it, man.
I'm good. Just the biggest thing I can give everybody is just implement. Just follow the steps and just do it. Don't make things complicated.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, it's so true. Like, people come in and they're like, oh, like, let me like go create my own stuff, because in other stuff you do have to create your own stuff. In other stuff, like, you come into something and they're like, oh, we have these systems in place, but everybody really knows that in order to actually succeed in any of those things, you better be able to build your own damn funnel. Whereas in this, you know, people come in and I see them trying to overcomplicate it, and guys, it really is just as simple as what Ken is saying. You come in, you literally click the button below, get started. We're going to authorize your card for $1 just to make sure you have a valid card and you're a real person. Then we'll void that charge out. You won't even see it on your statement. And in 7 days, it's $47. Many people are coming in, like literally, if you come in, you follow all these steps. It will take you less than an hour. You can have money on its way to you before you're even paying the $47. That's our goal. That is our intention for you, and there's literally no reason why you can't make it happen right now by simply taking that first step and getting started. So go ahead and do that now, and let's go ahead and pass it over to Mr. Sotero Garcia. Sotero, how are you doing?
Hello. Can you see me over here?
Hey.
Absolutely. As usual, it's Sunday. Watching the Chargers just win the game against Buffalo. We won. Thank you. No hate against the East Coast or West Coast out there. Wow. Everyone that spoke today has just been pretty uplifting. It seems like they're pretty excited. There's not a lot of selling going on here, just a lot of sharing and caring, and that's kind of cool to see for once. You know, not being sold something, getting on a hangout like this, other than a cool group of people. You know, any of you who've ever seen me on TV, and welcome my subscribers tonight. Thank you for showing up. You know, you'll know that I keep a log, and during the week as I work here at the office, which is just a few feet away from my bed, call it the office. As you all know, we work wherever we want to, whenever we want to. I took some logic from the game of golf, and something that a golf coach of mine explained to me a while back, and I wrote it down, so I'm going to look down here and read it. But there are only so many things you can do when you're on the field and you're playing. And first, you know, the most important thing is to stay in the process. And the first thing that this system allows you to do is get in the process before you even know what stay in the process means. Because it's simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, click there, personal, right? The second, and one of the biggest lessons I think we've all learned, is that you can only control what you can. You're never going to be perfect. You're never going to get in and know everything. There are going to be some stumbles along the way. But again, what this system does is eliminate those for you because we've gone through them already. So you don't have to, right? And the third and the most important thing I love, it's commit to your shot. At this point, it's commit to your marketing, which again, in step 4, we have done for you. And the execution of your technique or the execution of your shot. This is your shot. We're here on the call today together. We're sharing a lot of exciting stories. So it's stay in the process, control what you can, and commit to your marketing and the execution of your technique. Now, the techniques in step 5 that we show you allowed me to wake up to $3,500 yesterday. Income disclaimer, completely something separate. But what people have spoke about tonight is this can be your starting point. This is where you could start and invite people to a much bigger opportunity without getting in the elevator and just saying, blah, 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 what do you do? Oh, I'm in a business with someone, or, you know, trying to recruit your busboy or your waitress or, you know, whatever. You know, what we give you in a nutshell, and a lot of people you just got to get through those steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is the ability to just kick ass and get surrounded by the people, the right people. Because, you know, back in the day when I was traveling as a DJ all around the world, although I was living a life of freedom, my best 5 friends were drug dealers and club promoters. And sorry if any of you guys out there, you take that personal, but, you know, today I've got millionaires, billionaires, people that own islands, 19-year-old people who have made over 6 figures, 7 figures. And that's what inspires me now, because at 42 years old, it's about our next generation. You know, I was able to take my son to his first entrepreneurial event, we'll call it that. And those are the type of things that inspire me now. And, you know, without rambling, I have one more thing I have written down here, and I think this is kind of cool. It says, trying to predict the future is a discouraging and hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of about the future is that it will be absolutely amazing.
Nice.
So if what I tell you seems absolutely unbelievable, have we any chance of visualizing the future as it really will happen? Drop the mic. I love you guys. We're going to get through everything here. And for all of you on the call tonight, I welcome you to your future. And I challenge you to step into it now. Press the button below and join us. Get with us. See what's going on.
Can you repeat that number one of your three things there from the golf thing, Sotero? Because that is just I really like that.
Stay in the process. Stay in the process.
Stay in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that had to do with doing the process before even understanding how it all fits together, right?
For me, it had to do with golf. Originally, but now when you tie the rules of the universe into marketing, it's the same thing. Whether you do yoga or whether you're in karate or you're in the Philharmonic orchestra, it's all about staying in the process, controlling what you can, and committing to your shots, which is the execution of your technique.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beautiful, man.
For
Awesome.
any of you that didn't get that, rewind it, watch it 5 times, because that's some big shit.
That's awesome.
It is some big shit.
Really good, man.
I love you guys, and thank you for having me today.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for being out here. And we had a couple other people that we were lining up to come out here, but technology. One of Sotero's team members actually. That might be technology, or it might be the fact that he's in Thailand, and I had no clue.
Can I say something about that real quick? Because not only have I mean, anyone who's in the system already knows that I've been on the leaderboards, whatever that means. But what it means is, for the first time in my life, I brought in 330 plus people in. Have it from the 28th. I'm looking at the scale right here. The 28th to the 19th, so 21 days. And not on top of that, my buddy, he's not even like, I'm not his mentor or anything. We met at an event some time ago. He's come in, and for the first time in his life, he sponsored more than 50 people, and is actually at almost 400. And that's just kind of cool, because not only have we've duplicated almost 800 people.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Man, that's bigger than most teams I've ever built, Sotero. Like, that is, and that's only 2 of you. Like 2 of you have done.
And in his defense, we were on the phone last night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning where he's at, and I know he was real excited yesterday putting his campaigns together. So hopefully he'll show up here in a second. But
right on.
I'll go ahead and mute out and stop moving around. I'm crazy doing
that. Cool. Well, if we get another person to jump on here, cool. If not, folks, we did want to keep this to under 90 minutes. Really, the big reason why we wanted to have everyone down here is for the exciting new announcement. And there was a couple of them on that call. There was a few different announcements on that call. There was another one about the SMOD autoresponder now having a 7-day free trial, meaning that you start racking up commissions for that a whole lot sooner. It used to be a $1 30-day trial, and that $1 went towards setting it up and paying for the server load to set that up, and then you wouldn't see commissions start rolling in for 30 days after that to start actually queuing up, and then there's the 30-day hold and whatnot. You wouldn't actually see commissions for a while on that. We said, what if we do a 7-day free trial on that? People's pockets a whole lot sooner with that one. So we're going to start seeing a whole lot more from that as well. Folks, we literally saw an uptick from 30% of the people getting into that to now 60% of the people that are coming in are also picking up the autoresponder, meaning more commissions in your pocket a whole lot sooner. So aside from that, let's just reiterate here. Everything you heard tonight, we're not going to reiterate all that. The big announcement that we really wanted to bring public here today, because a lot of people have seen this before. A lot of people have seen Freedom Fighters Network, and they knew the one-tier $30 commissions. We were really looking for people to be able to make a lot of the money in the top tier, and they're going to be able to. People will be able to. Trust me, when you see us rolling out with that, you will be able to make more money than I've ever made in my entire life in like your first month. Our goal with that, by the way, just to FYI, folks, our goal with that, there's a industry record of someone making $730,000 in their first month in a network marketing opportunity. We want to break. We want our leaders to break that goal. We want people that are brand new to be able to break that goal in their first month. And so when we roll this thing out, trust me when I say that it's not only probable, it's highly possible. It's not only possible, it's highly probable. I said that the wrong way. Strike that, reverse it, just like Willy Wonka says. It's not only highly possible, it's highly probable that that will happen. We will have multiple people breaking that goal. That is our vision, that we will have more than a handful of people breaking that record in our
$1 million
first month
months.
with this new top tier deal that we're going to be bringing on. But how exciting is it that before you even get there, somebody that can create an additional $5, $10, $15, $20,000 residual income? Because I know somebody out there, now that you see this, and now that you understand this $5 override, you're going to go out there and say, hey, I want to help this person bring in 500 people, and I want to help that person bring in 500 people, and I want to help that person bring in 500 people, and I want to build a team that not only do I bring in 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 people or more, 1,000, 10,000, whatever, but I want to help them go out there and bring in 100 to 200 to 500 to 1,000 people apiece, because then you see a second line of people, a second tier of people that are 5, 10, 15,000 strong, that you make $5 commissions on every single one of those, right? Yeah. Imagine the possibilities. I mean, some of you are actually starting to, I see eyes lighting up all over the place when we talk about this. I see people like, holy cow, oh my God, this is amazing, because they see, like, you can see the light bulb go off. They're like, yeah, I was making a few $1,000s a month for my own stuff. Yeah, I can make $10,000 a month for my own stuff, right? If I really went out there and did it. But now, I see a way where I can make 10, 20, 30,000 a month for my team's duplication, right? And we're not even getting into the top tier sales yet, folks. We're talking about $5 freaking commissions that are going to be adding up to astronomical numbers. Why? Because hundreds of thousands of people will be in this opportunity within the next month, the next 2 months, next 3 months, right? Millions of people will see this opportunity, and I believe within the next year we'll have a million plus people that have joined our opportunity.
Absolutely.
And you have the potential right now. There's some people. I remember talking to someone. They said, "Well, has this thing already hit its peak? Like, is there already so many people in it that this thing's like that? I'm too late." No, absolutely not. How many millions of people? I mean, you look at some of the big companies out there.
People are still joining Amway.
They've brought in tens of millions of people, right? When you have the right opportunity with the right product. Right? We're not just a make money opportunity. We actually have a product that's coming on the back end that people will buy independent of wanting to make money with us. I know people will buy this product line simply because they want to buy the product line, because the product line is something that people will want to use no matter what, right? I know that. We know that, right? And so when you mix that together with the fact of making money, people will buy this product anyway. Then you have long-term sustainability with that, folks. It's not something like, oh, people are seeing this as a flash in the pan thing, or just a quick thing. This is going to be a long-term thing because of what we're putting on the back end. And I could go on and on and on, folks, but like to about 90 minutes if we can, or shorter. Obviously, if it goes a little longer because people are super excited, we're all about that as well. But ultimately, we know that we want you to get on with your day. We want you to click that button down below if you're not started yet. Get started. When you do, you'll be joining the person who invited you here. Our system is cookied and coded and all that stuff to make sure that you get started with the person who referred you here to the Freedom Fighters Network. Follow those 5 steps and get out there and start doing it, right? You start bringing people in. You start referring memberships. You start getting them in. And someone said, how do I help my team duplicate? Well, you just you keep doing. You literally just keep producing, and tell them to plug in with the 5 steps. That's all you need to do, is tell them to plug in with the 5 steps and lead by example and inspire them, right? You don't have to get up and speak and motivate to people every day. Like, you don't have to talk to people every single day and motivate them in that fashion. You inspire them by going out there and achieving results. When I see Sotero getting 300 people in his first week or so, I'm like, holy cow, I need to step it up. When I see Brian Michael bringing in people, like hundreds of people himself, but then bringing in people who are bringing in 400, 500, 600 people themselves, I'm like, I need to step it up. We need to step it up, babe. We need to put the pedal to the metal here, because we see these people going out there and producing phenomenal results. We need to step it up and lead by example as well. Look to the people that are achieving results. And one thing I know, folks, is if you see someone succeeding in something, you know it's possible. If you know it's possible for them, then it's definitely possible for you. The only difference is they've made a decision to get started. They've made a decision to follow the simple action plan. They've made a decision to keep doing it again and again and again and again and keep getting results. That is the only difference. That is the only difference between the people you see on the video here, the people you see all over the place succeeding, and you, if you're not succeeding yet, right? If you haven't plugged in yet and you're not succeeding yet, that's the only difference, is they've decided to get started and move forward with it. Again, if it's possible for someone, it's possible for anyone. And if it's possible for anyone, that means it's possible for you. That's the thing I was looking at years ago when someone said, Jordan, how long are you going to try this thing out before you decide to just go back to your job? I said, I'm not just trying this thing out, I'm doing this. These people are succeeding. These people are going to show me how I can make money on the internet. If they can do it, if this person who referred me, he was a broke bouncer at a bar 2 years earlier, and now he was a millionaire when I first discovered him, right? When I saw him doing that, I said, God, if he can do that, I can do that too, right? I was a broke person working in my parents' restaurant, living in my parents' basement at the age of 26. When I decided, you know what, I'm 26, I'm living in my parents' basement. No offense against anyone who lives in their parents' basement, but when I realized, I'm like, at the rate I'm traveling here, I'm going to be doing this by the time I'm 35 still. I'm still going to be living in my freaking parents' basement, and my God, that's pathetic. You know, like I just want, for me it was anyway. For some people it's not. If you have to jump back there for a time to get through some things, I had to move back in with my parents to get through some things and move on, and I did move on, right? You know, I just was ready for something different. If you're ready for something different, now is the time. This is the place. Don't wait another month because the month is going to pass anyway. Just click that button below, get started, and you'll be the one posting in the Facebook group. You'll be the one on these Hangouts. You'll be the one inspiring other people, and that's just magical. So with that, if you got any last words to say before we end this thing, babe, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, mainly just this. Just kind of piggybacking on the last thing that Jordan just said. You know, people get started in this business because they want to make money. You're probably getting started right now because you want to make money. What you're going to come to realize over the coming weeks, over the coming days, is that it's not all about the money. Because what you'll see is that once you start making money, that means you're bringing people in. And people that are coming in are following the 5 steps. All of a sudden, you're starting to change lives. And all of a sudden, your reason why becomes a whole lot bigger than making $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month or $50,000 a month. All of a sudden, your reason why becomes, how can I change thousands and tens of thousands of lives? How can I not only bring myself and my family home from work, because I'm already doing that now, but how can I do that for 100 other people? How can I do that for 1,000 other people? And won't that feeling be so much more gratifying than even bringing yourself home from work? If you know that you can go out there with literally the exact tools that we're giving you, you don't have to edit anything. We're handing you all of the tools. We're handing you the keys to the castle here. You can take those tools and not only change your own life, you can go out there and change tens of thousands of lives. Mine and Jordan's vision is to literally impact the world with this thing, and we can't do it alone. We need you to help us. So jump on board. Go ahead and click the button down below this video now. If you haven't gotten started, what the heck are you doing? Do it now. All right, we'll see ya on the beaches of the world. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic Sunday afternoon. Bye-bye.